How do you attract clients to message you through your LinkedIn profile? Well, in this video, I'm going to do a double roast because Anna, good sort, volunteered herself, but also volunteered her partner, Elias. So we're going to look at both of their profiles and see, is there anything more they could do to make it easier for people to know, should I contact you and what should I contact you for? So this is what I'm going to be looking at. Let's just zoom in on this one here first. Oops. No, I've zoomed in too much. That's not working for me today. Let's just keep all of them there. So this, on the left-hand side, we've got 3 problems, and on the right-hand side, we've got 3 fixes. So the first problem that I see with LinkedIn profiles is people look at it and they go, huh? Because they don't really know what problem do you solve and who do you solve it for. And Donald Miller in the book StoryBrand, he talks about the grunt test, that a caveman should be able to look at your website headline or your LinkedIn headline stuff and go, oh, I get it. Aha, easy. I know who you solve problems for, I know what those problems are, and I know a little bit of how it works. So let's have a wee look at, we're going to be looking at both of their profiles to just do the grunt test. So Elias, do I know who are your clients? I can't guess it at the moment from the stuff that is, as they'd say in newspaper land, above the fold. That is, I have to scroll down. Anything further down is below the fold. So I don't know here what your clients are. I don't kind of know the sorts of problems they have. Even if I do scroll down, this about section's makes me kind of trust you because, oh my goodness, look at your current clients, your previous clients, your awards you won. Like, you're great at your job, but I don't really know what your job is right now, because you're mentioning big budget campaigns, digital campaigns, traditional commercials, brand building, creative strategy, and everything else you have to deliver in the creative business. So I'm going, oh my goodness, I don't know nothing sticks in my mind about who you serve, what problems you solve right now. Let's jump over to Anna, have a look, do the same kind of grunt test. So again, we've got a similar headline. So I'm not sure entirely who you serve, who your clients are. This is kind of cool. Like, I can get a sense that these must be some reports you've written, and they give me a little bit of a flavor of the kind of stuff you might do. But you're still making me do a lot of work. I'd love it if you made it easy for me. So, okay, you're telling me where you work. Here we go. Here, we've actually got now something that tells me exclusively dedicated to amplifying the work of organizations focused on the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, through impactful comms, including digital products, content, campaigns, and strategy. It's still a lot. And so if someone said, what kind of work should I refer to Anna? I'm not entirely sure. I've got a sense of it, but yeah, that's pretty big. Work, organizations focused on the Sustainable Development Goals. There could be so many organizations. And I don't really know what problems they've got. That would mean that there's a trigger for me to go, the team at The Story can help you. So if we come back here, my computer's died. Back you come. There we go. So if we come back here in terms of the market and the problem, I'm not entirely sure. So I reckon we could do some work there just to make it easier. Because when people are scrolling through LinkedIn, they just want to know straight away. Don't make me work hard. Then we've got this second problem, which is that people don't get hooked by the stuff you're putting out there. And this is more thinking now about the content, which of course will live on your profile. So let's jump on here. Is there anything that's going to hook me in your content and make me go, oh wow, I want to get in touch? So you're reposting. Okay, here we go. This was the post I saw in the feed, and I reached out to Anna after reading it. It lacks a hook that makes me go, oh my goodness, I have to read this, or I want to keep reading, because I'm not sure entirely what's in it for me or what's in it for someone else in consuming this bit of content. And I think, with LinkedIn doing this weird thing where it has the more button. So these first 2 or 3 sentences are really, this is your sales pitch for please read my post. And so we want to hook people in there. And I'm interested in all of that stuff. But this post wouldn't hook me in to want to read more, because I can't see what's in it for me from this 2 or 3 sentence. So I think there's a bit of an opportunity there to just make it easier for me to go, oh hell yes, I want to check out that post. I'm not going to spend too much more time on content, because I reckon people worry too much about it. And actually, the more important stuff with content, if you're on LinkedIn to try and find dream clients, is use this first 2 or 3 sentences to call out the kind of clients that you'd like to work for. And then when people like and comment on it, you can actually come in here and look at this and go, oh, awesome. These people, I'm just trying to see someone who might be their ideal client. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's pretend that Ryan is, or Cheng is. You can click on this person and then use their interaction with your post to say, hey, I saw you liked my post, blah, 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 really nice to connect. I can see that you're doing some amazing work in here. That last, if they've done a recent post, you can reference the recent post. LinkedIn gives you this wealth of information that you can draw on to make a meaningful connection with someone, not just a boring blank connection request. And that's going to hook people in to want to have a conversation with you, which is where we want to head to with LinkedIn, is that it's not just people talking past each other or talking at each other, but actually we're talking with each other. And often that happens in the chat messages. So let's come back here to my little 3-part thing. I'm losing the good words, but this is my thing. So we could potentially improve the hooks, and my recommendation is we want to think about what are the open loops, a curiosity loop where somebody goes, oh, you've given me a bit, and I can see what's in it for me, and I want more. Then the third thing that we can look at is the call to action. And so when I'm looking at a profile, is it really clear what you want me to do next and how I can get in touch with you? And there's a couple of things we can do to make this more easy. I really am losing my words. Easier and more effective. So this is great. She's got their website up in bold at the front here. And if you sign up to LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I think even it's just for a month or a trial or something, you can add a custom button on there. No, that's the custom button, which means you can make that, instead of being a website, you can actually make it some text like this. So it looks more like a button. Not a biggie, but that's something small they could change there. But the main thing that I'm looking at here is this featured section. And so both here and up here, they've got the website. So if I click on that, there's 2 small things I'd do. One is I'd actually delete all of that and make this picture a more descriptive picture. And that'll just mean that it pops out a lot more for people when they're scrolling down the page. So here's an example for me. This picture tells some of the story and just makes it a little bit clearer why people might want to click on the link. Once we go through to this as well, the concern that I've got here is, a consultancy website needs to do a couple of things. It needs to establish trust and credibility. It needs to pass the grunt test again, so I know who you serve and what problems you solve. But thirdly, it also needs to give me an excuse to get into your world. And there's nothing here at the moment when I scroll down, beautiful case studies, but there's nothing to say, download this thing, join our newsletter, become part of our community, that would make us then get into conversation with each other and to deepen the relationship. So I think there's a real opportunity there that is missed at the moment. Okay, I think I've probably gone on enough there. The those are 3 fixes we can make. Make your market and your offer and the problem that people solve really clear. Secondly, have some open loops that hook people in and make them want to go deeper into your content. And then throughout your content, throughout your profile, and especially in that featured section, including a call to action that's going to take people to somewhere that's going to make them want to reach out to you. I'll just actually give one more example of that. From my profile. So also in your content, where's my mouse gone? My mouse has just disappeared, folks. So I'm not going to be able to show you that. But in your content, like where I've got down the bottom there, comment profile roast in the next 24 hours, you can also leave little clues like that on your LinkedIn posts, inviting people to direct message you. So I posted once last week and it said, DM me the words 5 warm leads if you're keen to get more regular business for your consultancy through LinkedIn. And I've had 2 people message me, literally just 5 warm leads. I think people just like having clarity of exactly what to do when they're busily just scrolling around LinkedIn and wasting a bit of time. You want them to be putting down these little breadcrumbs that you can follow later on to deepen the relationship, connect more, and then potentially later on qualify them as to whether they're a potential client for you or not. So Anna and Elias, thank you for letting me roast your profile. I really love the look of the work you're doing, and I think there's a couple of little tweaks we could make that would just make it clearer exactly who it is that you serve, what is the good stuff that you do, so more people contact you and more people refer to you. Awesome. If that's helpful, feel free to flick me a message saying what you took out of this, or if there's anything else, any other side of LinkedIn that you'd like me to review, roast, or do any kind of video on. I'm enjoying doing these. All right, bye for now.